Hi all, welcome to this Player of the Year for the Allsvenskan. Whether this be as an objective or an SBC is a different matter, but we thought we'd cover this in detail for you regardless. If we could smash links would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsLegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. And I'd like to thank Luke for helping me out with this video. His Twitter is down in the description below, folks. Go and smash him a follow, would be massively appreciated. He had to restart his Twitter as well, so give him that love, would be awesome. He had like nearly 2.5k followers, so it's good to get him rebuilt up. So looking at the Player of the Year for the Allsvenskan, 3 players have been nominated of Danielson, Christiansen and Tankovic. Like in terms of how they could go about it, we would imagine going by the screen, we feel Danielson is the strongest shout to win the award on the basis of Deutschgardens winning the league, and Danielson, especially in the last 6 weeks, I would say, looking at what I've seen of his form the last 6 weeks especially, but especially in the middle part of the season, he's kept 17 clean sheets, which over 30 games is to be basically keeping a clean sheet for more than half the games in the season. But also he didn't play every league game, he missed like 3 league games, yet still for only 10 games to not keep a clean sheet is pretty amazing form. Like in terms of what they would probably give you, if it was an objectives, like Danielson's not going to be hard. It'll be like 2 objectives. It might be Sweden goals and Allsvenskan goals, and all you'll maybe need to do is like 10 goals in with each. So it might be like your best way then is just get a Swedish player in the Allsvenskan, do it in squad battles. Maybe it's like minimum semi-pro, and you're going to get done maybe in like 2 games, 1 or 2 games depending how good you are, and you've got a couple packs, maybe like maybe a couple gold packs, or like 2 player packs, or like electric player packs, or whatever it may be. You might get a small pack and then maybe some XP just to give you a little boost as well if you're working towards like whatever rank you may be. But he would be like an 82 rated card. Would he be desirable? No, that is the biggest downfall of him. Like Danielson is probably the least desirable of the 3 from a stats view, like, and I mean it in the nicest way possible. Like 65 pace would potentially be what he'd have, maybe with like 85, 86 defending, 85, like, but all stats that we're showing in the card are just kind of potential. Like, you never know how they might implement it, of course, because like while we're thinking, oh, because they've won the league, necessarily he outright has like favouritism to win the award. Like Tankovic, in regards to him, has had a very impressive season for Hammarby, 14 goals, 8 assists from 28 games, so pretty much nearly contributing once in a game, which is quite a good return in all honesty. Hammarby, in general, very impressive season all told, and Tankovic, as we said, played a big part of it. He would be 82 rated as well, because we would imagine it would be 2 informed boosts. If it was more, we would be probably getting a little bit more excited about these cards, but like he would probably have like say 4 or 5 stats, to be honest, close to those 80 stats. Like pace, dribbling, physical, I would imagine would be over 80. Shooting and passing would be fairly close, and then he would maybe be at least slightly usable. And you like in Danielson's case, you'd expect the same kind of like objectives. So that's why I've not really fussed too much about making the like screen, but I'm just worried about Danielson kind of being kind of the main focus in implementing the same kind of objectives, because that's what you kind of expect. And like, but saying that, in Danielson's view, not Danielson, Tankovic's view, they may add an extra objective, because he's like a cam, sometimes maybe plays at striker or sometimes plays on the wings. They may implement like an assist requirement, so you may have like a third, just to kind of make it a little bit more time consuming, and that's where it becomes a little bit more interesting. Like you could have Sweden goals, Allsvenskan goals, but you then might have Sweden assists or Allsvenskan assists, so you never know. Then it definitely becomes a little bit more interesting in how they put it all together. Like I would say, with Tankovic especially, if he's got 5 stats in the 80s, All you've really then got to do is, do you improve his shooting with like Hawk or Hunter, or do you improve that shooting and pace and passing, because you might want to give him that little bit extra pace, or that little bit extra physical, or just a bit of shooting and passing. It comes down to like how you like your play style. Then it makes him that a little bit more usable. Well, it might not make him start teams, obviously, because you'd use him as a super sub, especially if he's just a fairly straightforward 82. Same with Danielson, you're never really going to use a centre back unless you're linking him up to like Lindelof or someone else in like an icon in net, and you're kind of then struggling for like linking up. That's where the problems kind of lie with these cards. They're just like SBC fodder, and well, they're fun cards to just at least say, oh, you've owned them. That it's giving a use for them is a little bit harder. Now, on Christiansen's case, this card could legitimately be quite disgusting for an 83 rated card, and we mean that in a very, very nice way. He would have 5 stats in the 80s, and his defending would probably be close to 70. I would imagine close to about 75 defending. If they do the boosts, I would hope right from his 74 base card to 83, we would imagine he would pretty much have like 5 stats in the 80s, and all you have to do is implement like Shadow, like Anchor, and you'd have an 80 plus club card for an 83 rated. Would Christiansen then become very desirable? I would say in theory yes, because you could link him up to Ericsson, like Ericsson and Poulsen. You could kind of go like 4-2-3-1. You maybe go like Poulsen, Christiansen, Ericsson, but then you kind of struggle from there. So that's maybe when, if depending on your budget, you may end up having like an icon at cam or midfield in that position. Christiansen, by the way, had 9 goals and 3 assists from 24 games for Malmo. Like, he is a former winner of the Player of the Year award, and in all honesty, this would be his like the best version yet. And I would say if it was 83 rated with those type of stats, Christiansen could genuinely be a little bit more harder to do compared to Danielson, Tankovic, and possibly even quite a few other Player of the Year cards that they may drop over the year. Like, we would assume they would do Allsvenskan goals, maybe even assists. They may do Danish goals and Danish assists. And then you may find, because he's been well travelled in Belgium and Italy, do they even cover those elements? Just because if people will be like, EA might be like, oh, we've got to make this a little bit harder because he is a lot higher rated, and not just higher rated, but his stats reflect a very appealing card. But in reality, it should only really be 4 objectives of Allsvenskan goals and assists, and then Danish goals and assists. If that was me, to be brutally honest, it feels no more than 4. And even like semi-pro or pro for squad battles, and then you get your packs, you get your XP, and you're sorted. That's how it should kind of really be with Christiansen. Like, I would say, with how, like, out of the 3, like, from equipping it, like, from a linkage view and usable view, Christiansen trumps them all, but Tankovic would probably run close, and then Danielson obviously just kind of sits in the rear, which is a bit disappointing, but that is what it is. Now, this award is Tuesday night. It's between 8:30 and 10 PM Swedish time, so that's like 7:30 to 9, I want to say, UK, if I've got my time right. So that award is on Swedish television live, so folk will, for those that are interested, will tweet about it. I'll probably try and get either a stream of it, or I'll try and watch it live somewhere. Usually someone has it. There's usually like Swedish television, you're able to somehow like watch like that programme live if you're able to. But we'll see how it goes. Like, as I said, we've had this since FIFA 17, getting a Player of the Year card, and it's been a nice alternative to do. Like, I would imagine we're going to get it done objective this year, but just a much bulkier one compared to last year's one when it was Paulinho was obviously an SBC. I'm hoping this year it's not an SBC but objectives. But we'll see what to do. Well, it's all a case of wait and see. If they drop this Tuesday, it might be after the award if they have the card there and all in action, so we would see what they do. So So Tuesday night is when the awards are. If they don't drop it Tuesday, I'm suspecting they may announce in the tweet that it might be like, oh, it comes Friday, and this is how long this is an objectives for. But hopefully you find this useful, folks. Let me know in the comments down below who you would like for this Player of the Year card. Smash like always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at Jay'sLegend, and I'll catch you all later.